Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. Before I get into it, it'd be massively appreciated if you went ahead and dropped a like on the video. Cheers. So last season did bring plenty action, but also plenty issues with replacing Gio halfway through the campaign, and also having huge injury problems to deal with, on top of an ageing squad with majority of them now departing Glasgow, and replaced with a more youthful setup under Michael Beale, as we do look to get back on top in what will be a very busy football year for the blue side of Glasgow. Like I said before, injury was a huge problem for us and probably has been for a while now, with players constantly dropping out the first team due to injury, like Hagi for example, who was out with his injury for the best part of a full campaign, or Philip Helander, who missed so much football it was definitely a certainty that he would leave when his contract expired. So another player we have seen have a poor time with fitness during his career is Scottish international John Souttar, who has actually went on to miss 43 games for Rangers since he joined the club due to an ankle injury. So according to transfermarket.co.uk, John Souttar has actually missed 189 games in his football career due to injury, which we can compare to Connor Goldson for example, who did sadly have a heart issue back in the 2016-17 campaign, but has only went on to miss 35 games in his whole career due to injury, including his heart issues he did have while being a Brighton player, going on to show that John Souttar himself, based on these injury stats, is far off being a full-time Rangers first team player, and definitely has plenty to prove in the injury department before winning anyone over really. However, according to footballscotland.co.uk, John Souttar is desperate for an injury-free campaign, and is expecting a massive pre-season for him and the club's new signings this summer. Last season he only managed to play 13 times at first team level, after starting the first game of the campaign against Livingston, which actually seen him pick up another injury. He did however manage to get into the Scotland squad back in June, and now for Souttar he has just said it's all about having a proper pre-season for the first time in 2 years, and doing his best to stay at the forefront of Michael Beale's plans amid a huge squad overhaul in Glasgow. So what do you guys think then? I personally think missing that amount of games is not great at all, and it was a huge risk by the club to go ahead and sign him after all his injury issues prior to signing for us. Like I said before, Connor Goldson has had some issues with his heart and is older than John Souttar, and has nowhere near the same amount of games missed as John. I'm also not too sure he will have much to offer us next campaign based on his history in the injury department. However, I do hope I'm wrong, because when he is fully fit, he does show what he possibly could be on a long-term basis if he can stay fully fit and ready to play. But let me know what you guys think down in the comments, and subscribe for daily videos. Cheers.